Welcome back to the channel, Pokemaniacs. We have Skeledirge at Target. Shout out to all of you who have been sending me messages on Instagram. I appreciate you guys. So first, thank you to Morningstar999 on Instagram for letting me know that he found it at his Target. And also shout out to Albert O, or Mr. Snoogie on Instagram. He was able to send over the actual DC or DPCI and the TCIN. So in case you need to go search for it on any of the inventory websites, or you need to go to your actual Target, but he was able to find a couple in his area, which is really nice to see, and also sent over a picture of the back. So interesting to see. We've got the Mewtwo possibly coming back here, but just nice to get the confirmation on some of these like double packs. We got Pangoro, also Garchomp. I know a lot of people maybe are just getting into the figure collecting, or maybe it's been a while. I don't know. It's nice to just get some of these updated figures. Also, Master Chiefing Around seems like he was able to pick up his, sending over a picture of him in his car with his brand new Skeledirge. And then also Jonathan for sending over a quick little video showcasing some of the articulation points, which I was surprised that the actual like fireball spirit thing on Skeledirge's head is actually movable, as well as seems like it has quite a bit of ankle flexion. So very interesting to see. As soon as I find one in my Target, I'm gonna be picking this up. I don't have a link to it quite yet. There's on the website, I haven't found it, but I'm gonna have to go keep an eye on this Target by me and see if I can pick one up. So again, shout out to all of you guys over on Instagram for sending those over. Always feel free to send stuff over. I'm trying to get better at checking Instagram, but also feel free to use the community tab here on the channel. Should be able to post on there. I think I enabled it right. Double check me. There's also a brand new Magikarp and Gyarados pack coming out. This is unfortunately of the pearlescent paint variety, so however you feel about that, once we actually get our hands or get our eyes on this pack, we'll kind of see how substantial or how prevalent, that's the word, the paint is really going to be on these figures. Right now this is only up over at EB Games in Australia, so shout out my Australian viewers. You guys are finally getting something. But I do believe that this is the Gyarados. That's an epic battle figure, so it also has some light articulation, but the Magikarp is just like the 2-inch figure, I think is what it is. So your mileage may vary on some of these figures, but kind of cool to get a Gyarados again. Then if you have not gotten the Charizard Super Articulated figure, it's in stock over at Barnes & Noble. For the last little bit, these have been exclusive to Target, the Super Articulated figure, so interesting to see him show up there. If I remember right, I guess those first couple of waves were not exclusive to Target, so somehow they found some inventory. This could be the new wave that's coming out, because since Charizard is supposed to be a part of that, but at least the photos on the box online, it still shows the old joints, the old articulation on there, and as well as the old box, the wave that it came in. So I don't know, very interesting, but it is 25 bucks. So that's, I mean, I guess with tariffs and all that stuff, that is the price that it probably should be. So I'll link it down below if you want to check that out in case you need to pick up a Charizard. But also just heads up, there is a new model coming out here very soon. Also coming out very soon, we've got a new wave of Squishmallows. I'm kind of excited for this one. We've got a Sprigatito, which is looking nice and plump there. At least it's got its cute little face. But we've got Sprigatito as well as the Rowlet, which is looking fantastic. I think I'm going to pick up this Rowlet. I think it looks great. I don't know exactly when these are going to come out quite yet, but probably soon. And they'll probably drop on Pokemon Center first. It seems like that's what they've done in the past. And they'll have the little Pokemon Center stamp on its hip. Now, supposedly there's some leaks going around about the Lego and Pokemon collaboration. This was announced quite a few months ago, and seems like we're going to be getting something as early 2026. There was a Reddit post from Carter Bricks 04 saying that there's going to be 6 products coming, but we were able to get 2 of the actual like item numbers. That's those 721 numbers on there. Interestingly, we've got 2 items. One of them is going to be priced at roughly $60 US, and the other is going to be $200. But I think the most interesting part is that they're labeled as 18 plus. So like, we don't know yet if these are going to be like more complicated sets to put together, or really like what this kind of means. But I guess it's just kind of fun to know that we have stuff coming. So in total, we so far know that there's going to be 6 different items coming. We just know for sure these 2 items, the price point and all that. But let me know what you think they're going to be. At this price point, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and guess a Pikachu and a Charizard, but maybe they can do something else. Maybe it's gonna be some huge like playset. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we're gonna do like a whole town. That'd be pretty fun. For my Funko collectors, we've got a new pop. We've got the Jumbo Slowpoke. This is gonna be exclusive over to Target. It is up for pre-order right now, so if you wanted to check that out, I'll also have a link for that down in the description if you want to check it out. And more Funko items, we've got new Loungeflies. These are exclusive to Loungefly. This is the limited edition Sherpa Cosplay Mini Backpack And honestly, it looks kind of fun. It looks like it'd be nice and soft. I don't know, I've never actually touched one of these bags from Loungefly, but pretty cute. Teddiursa, nice cute Pokemon. Plus we've got in a little interior liner of Teddiursa and its various cute little poses that it has. To match it, we do also have a zip around wallet in the exact same material. I don't know, I feel like this one though, like you're gonna be handling a lot with your hands, and like I just feel like it's gonna get kind of dirty, but I don't know proper care of a fuzzy wallet, but if you do want to check out any of these, I'll link them over to Loungefly as well for you. Then coming out this week on the 19th, tomorrow, we're going to be getting a new item in the Pokemon and Razer collaboration. This collaboration's been going on for a little bit, but this is the US's first time in getting a lot of these items. So we're getting the Gengar headset. It actually looks pretty good. Personally, I don't really want to have ears on my headset, so that's just personal preference, but this will be becoming available on the 19th, so I'll try to post about it in case you're interested in adding it to your collection. But it does give me a little bit of hope that we'll get more items, because globally we do also have some of these other items, like we have the giant playmat, we've got a mouse, as well as the keyboard and wrist rest. So there's a bunch of other items that they've made with Pokemon that seems like we're finally getting localized to the US or the Americas. Over at Entertainment Earth, we've got a couple items. First up, we've got this 1,000 piece puzzle. It's a pretty cool pattern, which is mainly why I wanted to show it off. I just think this looks really cool. So it's a 1,000 piece puzzle. It's got all these constellations of just various Pokemon, and just looks rad. And I love that there's a Lunala in there. I feel like it'd be a huge miss if they didn't have Lunala in there. And then staying on the puzzle theme, we do have a new 3D puzzle. We talked about a few of them on the last video, but here's this one. This is the Pikachu Kumu 3D puzzle. When you fully assemble this guy, it's going to come in at 4.3 inches tall. And all of these are available now over at Entertainment Earth. We also have two upcoming plushies from Build-A-Bear. First up, we've got our big boy Gengar, who does come in the online bundle with this little Gengar coat, which is super cute. This bundle, though, is $150, so just watch out. It is a giant-sized plushie, which should be coming in at somewhere around 24 inches, is what I'm reading on the website. And then we have a normal-sized plush of Wooloo, and this Wooloo is going to be coming with the Wooloo bows and headband set. This one's only $60, which is far more digestible. But both plushies are not available quite yet, but should be going live shortly. The English Pokemon Center had just a few updates for us in the past week. First up, we had the coin promotion that got launched. This is available to you if you use the code COIN25US, or instead of US, you can replace that with your region. But the coin is available for purchases of $50 or more. And fun fact, if you forget to put the code in and you write into customer service, they will refuse to add it to your order, because apparently their warehouse works expeditiously. Not that I forgot to put the code on my order. But there's also some new Worlds bundles, just in time for Worlds last week, with some very popular Pokemon in Worlds and battling and all that. So if you do want to check any of those out, they're up on the new releases over at Pokemon Center. Additionally, we got the monthly pin, which has sold out, unfortunately. It actually lasted just a little bit longer than I thought it would, which is kind of nice. And we also got the Desert Pikachu plush, as well as the keychain version. Then during Worlds on Saturday, they actually had a whole presentation showing off a lot of Pokemon Center merch that's up and coming. They had Super Duper Danny and Real Breaking Nate do the presentation, which is really rad, and I'm jealous since we cover so much merch on this channel. One day, that's going to be the goal. One day we're going to be up on that stage. They did do an Instagram live for this. There was quite a bit that they showed off that just didn't show up very well on the live stream, but PokeJungle was actually nice enough to share a bunch of screenshots, so shout out to PokeJungle for sharing these out on social media. And also, if you've never checked out pokejungle.net, you should go check it out. There's lots of great articles on there, specifically around merch. But jumping into those screenshots, we did see some new statues that are coming for the Halloween collection, which I feel like has become a whole thing. I love that the Halloween collection's one of the big things we are looking forward to, that and the holiday collection, but we'll get into that. So there's these stone-looking statues coming up with Cubone and Mimikyu, and then there's also some more Cubone merch here with what I think is that welcome mat and a blanket. Then we have this big old sign right there, along with some new string lights down on the table. After that, they did show off some of these trainer plushies, which I think are pretty cool. These are, I'm assuming, are going to be pretty hot. We've got N right there. We've also got a Marnie. These are going to be pretty awesome. I think these also remind me a lot, if you've played Pokemon Masters, when you customize your little clubhouse area. these remind me of those little plushies. So I think that's pretty cool if they're doing that. I think that's a nice little crossover that they did. Depending on who's available, might need to get like Stephen and maybe that's Cynthia. I don't know, we'll see. Then we also have some clothing items. So we've got a beanie here of Toxtricity in both of its forms. We also got this Zoroark long sleeve shirt hoodie looking thing. And then we've also got this like knit sweater of some of these more like ghosty Pokemon. Some TCG accessories were also shown off. So we've got this playmat of Umbreon and Espeon, which is looking fantastic. I love the colors on this one. But this binder, I think, is really where it's at. Like, I don't know why, but I just love the look of this thing. So I might be trying to pick that up once it gets released. We'll see. Although, obviously, I'm still pushing Voltex binders. I have a ton of them. You can always use my code for 10% off your first order. But we also got some plush accessories for the TCG. So we've got this Mew that you can put a coin in, which is fantastic. And then we've also got Pikachu and Eevee you can put your cards in. They showed off some similar items on the Japanese Pokemon Center not too long ago. But it's kind of fun that we are getting these like US or like North American variants here. Then for the holiday season, we did get the Winter Express electric model train, which is pretty cool. I imagine this thing is not going to be cheap, but I love it. And it's just such a like classic item, you know, like you see that in like old Christmas movies, like having a little like electric train. Well, maybe it wasn't electric back then, but there was also a few different glass showcases of other Pokemon Center merch around the venue at Pokemon Worlds this past weekend. These photos coming from Immunity, which is a nice little play on words there. But we've got a giant Rayquaza, or Rayquaza, if you were watching the stream on Sunday. But that's looking great. That's just a giant plushie. Looks like we've got also a lot of Alola in here. So we've got probably those sitting cuties that are coming up real soon. There's also what looks to be like a double deck box that holds your accessories and everything of that Umbreon and Espeon theme. Plus, obviously, we've got the Squishmallows over there of Rowlet and Sprigatito. And on the backside, it does kind of reveal more of that Alolan Executor. So just kind of fun seeing all of the Alolan sitting cuties that should be coming up real soon, as well as just some of these other TCG accessories. So super fun to see. And then Discord user SpyroFlame0487 was also at the event and was able to see a different showcase over here, showing off some Mega Evolution plushies, as well as more of those Alolan sitting cuties, it looks like. Plus, we've got the Moonball. Yeah, we love the Moonball there, so we're going to be looking forward to that one. That should be the next Wand Company replica that we get, is the Moonball. And then SpyroFlame also did show a different little showcase there. This one is all around Pokemon Concierge, the Netflix series. And apparently alongside all of these plushies, there is going to be a posable Psyduck plush, which again is inspired by Pokemon Concierge. Although I love the idea of a posable plush. We have a couple of those. Psyduck really is only going to have like his arms that I think you're going to be able to pose, but we'll see maybe later once it's actually released and listed what kind of posability it really can get up to. But right now I'm pretty sure it would just be its arms. And at the end of this video, I'm going to tack on any announcements from Worlds. I'm filming this during the day, and then Worlds isn't over until like 9 something tonight for me, so I'm going to tack those on to the end of the video. So stay tuned for more Worlds 2025 going into 2026 news. Over on the Japanese Pokemon Center, we did get a new collection, the Nioro Friends collection, which I think translates to something like Long and Wriggly Friends. I don't know. I don't speak Japanese, but translate may or may not be my friend with this one. But there's loads of plush toys and accessories in this collection here. First up, we've got the Dragonair plush here. That seems like it does have some posability to it. We've also got the Milotic, which should also have some of that bendability to it. Plus, we've got the Rayquaza. Additionally, in the collection, we've got this towel featuring a lot of that art from that key art at the beginning. We also have some glasses that you can, I guess, just drink out of since they're glasses. But we also have this mug, a Dratini mug, which is pretty cute. Kind of has that like classic cartoon kind of look to it, like maybe like 50s or something like that. But then there's also some small plates with little holders on there. We've got a chopstick set, which is kind of fun. I think that's cool. There's also this pen stand featuring Superior, which might be nice for your desk. Then this phone stand. I'm a big fan of this phone stand. I think it looks hilarious. So that one might be a hot item in this collection. There's additionally a drawstring bag, which I love. This idea is really cool of having like the Applin drawstring bag. I think that's really cool. Then there is this pencil case featuring the Dunsparce that you can just stuff everything inside of. Additionally, we do have some shirts here. So there's this one with like small little logos. There's this cool like Gyarados one that I don't know, makes me think of like tattoo sleeves or something, but that looks pretty cool. There's this one with that key art on it, and then additionally we've got this really rad looking Superior one. I like the look of this one. We've also got a bunch of stationery in the set, so we've got our masking tape. We've also got some stickers in there. There is a notepad, so you can write down whatever you need to. Plus, we've got some sticky notes, which are kind of fun. There's, obviously, we gotta have keychains in there. No Japanese collection is complete without it. It's got the keychains, and then we've also got some folder files to put your various belongings in. Then for my Scarlet and Violet players, we've got so many battles racked up. We did over 2.9 million battles with Chien Pao, at least as of August 11th. I'm sure we did quite a bit more since then. But since we broke the 1 million mark, we will be getting our shiny Chien Pao delivered through the mystery gift feature. That should be coming out on the 21st of this week. And we also still have the Wo Chien that is available until September 30th. If you still have not downloaded that from your mystery gift. There's no code or anything, you just go into mystery gift, go online, and then just download it. But while you're in there in the mystery gift feature, you might want to go and put in this code. You're going to be using code World's Armor Tail into the mystery gift password feature and get yourself Luca Cerebelli's Faragariff. Then that code's good until the 23rd. This code was delivered through the streams at Worlds, so if you were watching, you already probably got this code, but just in case you missed it, this code's still good until the 23rd. All right, Worlds just wrapped up, and I gotta say, this has probably been my favorite Worlds I've watched in the last 10 years. At the end of it all, of course, we had tons and tons of announcements. So first up, we did get some Pokemon Go announcements saying that we are going to be getting Eternatus, and that people in the Anaheim region, they're going to be getting their first crack at those battles, which is pretty rad. It's not like restricted to people with passes or anything like that. It's just like, seems like it's out in the Anaheim region, and that's really cool. Next up, we actually had some news for TCG Pocket, which was really fun. They teased us with the next season and next packs of cards. This is seeming like it's going to give us all of these Mega Evolutions in here, specifically Mega Altaria, Mega Gyarados, and Mega Blaziken. Although I feel like Mega Altaria is maybe the weaker of the three, but Mega Blaziken and especially this Mega Gyarados seem very usable. I'm very intrigued to put something together for a Mega Gyarados EX deck. Although kind of fun, it does on the card, it does say if your opponent defeats your Mega Evolution card, they get 3 points, so it's like it's one and done. So if you bring out one of these Mega EX cards, you better mean it. Now, I don't talk a lot about Pokemon Unite usually on the channel, but really cool to see 3 new characters. We got Empoleon, we got Dhelmise, and then also to a huge cheer from the crowd, we got a Vaporeon being added to the roster. Looks like we'll be getting Empoleon on September 19th, and then Dhelmise and Vaporeon are just coming soon, so we'll probably have both of those probably by the end of the year, like easily. And looks like we're getting Groudon in the Sky Ruins. He'll be showing up on September 4th, and when defeated, he'll give you a massive attack boost and goal scoring speed increase. However, if you are defeated with that perk, it does transfer to the person that defeated you, so kind of nice to see it kind of have like this like double-edged sword type of a thing. In the physical TCG, looks like we're getting more Mega Pokemon here as well. We kind of talked about this prior with this new Charizard set coming out, but here we have the confirmation, and this art style, unfortunately, is amazing. So it looks like the scalpers are still going to be eating good, but I love to see that we have like the big Japanese text coming back, and it's just kind of fun because translated it's just like those main attacks, like Lucario has like Mega Brave, Charizard has the Inferno X on there, so, but we haven't seen text like this since I think XY Evolutions, I think was the last set that did this, and I just love to see it. Like it feels like they listen to the fans, and I think that's super cool. And in this set, it does look like we're getting our first Mega Dragonite EX card, which is super fun. Additionally, we got some Legends ZA news. Looks like we're going to have 4-way battle royales in the city, and this, honestly, it just looks like a bunch of chaos. This is the ZA Battle Club, and you'll be able to defeat the other trainers and score points. It's a 3-minute long battle, so you're just in there using your Pokemon, just trying to defeat each other in this massive battle royale, but you gotta watch out because people can come in and snipe the kill, basically. So in the trailer, they show the player coming in with their Mega Dragonite, dropping a huge Draco Meteor, and getting 3 points to win the match. So kind of seems fun, kind of super chaotic. I don't know, we'll see how it kind of goes once we get our hands on it. Then more big news, because we got news around Pokemon Champions. Basically, this is going to be the VGC official game in 2026. So once this game comes out next year, all of the championship points will be coming from there, and then we'll see Pokemon World Championships on this format. And that's crazy. That's super exciting. They even put out a release saying that they will have an item in there called the Omni Ring, which you'll use to mega evolve your Pokemon in this first set of regulations for ranked battles. So interested to see if, like, because it's called Omni Ring, if that means that it's just like supposed to like activate all of the powers, if you will just only be limited in certain regulations, which powers you can have, like Mega Evolution versus Gigantamax or something. It's all speculation for now, but more details coming soon, and I'm just really excited for that. Then we got confirmation that San Francisco, which we knew about, is going to be the next venue for the Pokemon World Championships in 2026, taking place August 28th to August 30th. And pretty epic, literally it's in the name, they're actually going to do Championship Sunday in an actual arena. They're actually going to be doing this in the Chase Center in San Francisco, and that is nuts. Like this, and based on what we saw in Anaheim this weekend, I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to fill out this whole stadium, and that is nuts. Like, just that Pokemon is this big. In addition to that, there is also going to be an event called Pokemon XP, which is a whole separate fan experience, and that's going to take place in the heart of downtown San Francisco, which to me feels like that's going to be like they're taking over more than just like a building or a convention center. But we'll see. We don't really have a lot of details on this. All we have on the Pokemon XP website so far is that tickets go on sale on the 17th, and it looks like there will be a multi-day pass for Pokemon XP, also a combo pass that comes with the arena experience on Championship Sunday. The passes do come with a couple perks like 2 packs of cards, a pin, and a lanyard, but that's really all the details that we get. Those passes on September 17th will be multi-day passes, and then later in the spring, they said that they'll be taking signups for single-day passes. So very interested to see more details on all of this. But it seems like these Pokemon Championship events are just getting massive, and sounds like we're actually going to be taking over like a whole city, and that's just super exciting. But let me know what you're excited for with all of these announcements down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for spending some time with me today. I really appreciate it. Please let me know what you're finding in your areas down in the comments on the community tab. Feel free to DM me on Instagram as well. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully your weekend was great. It's like the Super Bowl weekend for me. Like, I just get so hyped on Worlds. But thank you guys. Take care of each other out there, and I'll see you very soon on the next one.